the speakers, she came from a very long distance. The organization, we spent a lot of time organizing the event, and to you for coming. Thank you much. So today we're going to speak about breaking virtualization using hardcore, old school, and low-level tricks. So I'm sorry about it. There will be some definitions about virtualization. I cannot skip it. Then we'll have a look at the attack surface of virtualization. We'll speak a bit of virtual 8086 mode, which is the meat of my talk. And then I will explain how fuzzing this virtual mode inside a VM can bring you interesting results. So first off, we'll have a few numbers about market shares regarding virtualization, just to give numbers to get an idea of how important it is today, and then the gory definitions. So who among you has been using virtualization? So the rest of you don't work in real companies, right? Basically, if you look at the state of virtualization today, almost 80% of companies are using, in a way or another, virtualization for their production servers, and 20% only do have virtualized servers. So now, if I ask you, what's the best bug in the world? Would you prefer, let's say, a remote Apache, a remote Bind, or a remote VMware? What's your say? You guys don't like exploits at all. You take Bind. You take Apache. You take Bind. You guys are wrong.
Remote VMware?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 98% of companies use VMware. Whoa. No, it's 98% of 70%, right? Obviously. So it's pretty much same number, same rate as Apache, which is kind of surprising for a product which is closed source, which isn't 25 years old or something, or 30 years old in Apache, so or Bind. So I mean, the probability to find something relevant when auditing the software is much higher. Okay, now we're gonna go for the definitions. Typically, this is super boring, so we're gonna do it in the form of a quiz. If you reply correctly, I pay you a beer. It's not a group statement, no. And basically, if you do answer wrong 3 times, you leave the room. 3 strikes and you're out. So what's virtualization? Yeah, tough one. What's virtualization? Can you give a definition of it?
Emulation of a processor behavior through software techniques by acting as a processor.
Wow. What do you guys think? Okay, you said processor. Does it have to be a processor, actually?
Process anything, I didn't say CPU.
Okay, so you do, dear boss. Okay, that's correct. It's the fact of using a higher level mechanism to emulate something of lower level. Okay, we won't discuss virtualization of only applications, things like Java and stuff like that. Okay, we're talking about emulating full operating systems in this talk. So what's a virtual machine? You guys use it every day. You don't have an idea of what it is?
On the first try.
What's your pick? You can drink beer. Okay, excellent. Okay, so this is a definition given in the 70s. Okay, so definition is by no way something new. So it's an efficient, isolated duplicate of a real machine. Okay, so the whole point of virtualization, as we see it, is to run multiple instances of operating systems in only one piece of hardware. For what purpose? To reduce cost, basically. What is power virtualization? Nobody likes beer in this room?
It's when the guest needs to be aware it's virtualized and cooperate with the host.
Absolutely. Thank you, Casper. I'll owe you beer too. So basically, it's a form of virtualization where the guest operating system needs to be modified in order to run the virtualization system. So if we put it in a picture, it's something like that. If the hypervisor is a booster, okay, part of the hypervisor is inside the guest OS. There are basically two types of virtualization. We call them type 1 and type 2. Any pick of what's type 1 and type 2?
One hardware, one software.
Okay, you are mute here. And you replied to two questions, so beware. So type 1 hypervisors run on bare metal. Typically, those are used by big players. You don't have an operating system. The hypervisor is the operating system, and it holds the guest operating system. So, for instance, Hyper-V from Microsoft, then it has been built by Citrix, or the Type 1 version of VMware, which is called ESX. So, if we look at it, okay, the hypervisor runs directly on the hardware. So, this is opposed to Type 2 hypervisors, where there is a guest OS between the hypervisor and the hardware. Okay, so most of and any kind of virtualization you are running on your Linux